Hey everyone, Pastor Curtis here with another quick question video. Today is a special day because it's Andrew's birthday. Happy birthday, Andrew. So I thought I would do a question that he and Jessela asked for my video today. And they asked me, who in the Bible do you think is mentioned the least but has one of the biggest impacts? So I think that there are many extremely faithful servants of God that might only have gotten a short shout out in the Bible. For example, the book of Acts and in the letters of Paul, they are filled with many faithful Christians who literally just might get their name mentioned once or twice. Another example of is in the genealogy of Jesus himself. His family tree was very important because it linked him back through the history of Israel, and his ancestors, they were even fulfilling prophecies about who Jesus would be born in that family line. And so those genealogies are still very helpful and used today as biblical evidence that Jesus really did in fact live, and yet some of those names are just mentioned a couple of times in the Bible. So it's really hard for me to pick just one person, but one person I do want to highlight specifically in the Bible is Bartholomew, who was one of Jesus' very own disciples. Bartholomew was his family name because it is the meaning of that name is son of Ptolemy. So literally he's just Bartholomew. When you hear that name or read that name as a disciple, that just means son of Ptolemy, same as I'm son of John. So actually the word Bartholomew was really just a reference to who he was. His name was actually Nathanael. And he became a disciple at the same time, or really close to the same time as Philip. And his name is listed in 4 lists in the New Testament, but none of those lists really say anything about him. They literally just list his name. And really the only thing said of him is found in John chapter 1, verses 45 through 51. Listen to these verses. Philip found Nathanael and told him, "We have found the one Moses wrote about in the law, and about whom the prophets also wrote, Jesus of Nazareth, the son of Joseph." "Nazareth? Can anything good come from there?" Nathanael asked. "Come and see," said Philip. When Jesus saw Nathanael approaching, he said to him, "Here truly is an Israelite in whom there is no deceit." "How do you know me?" Nathanael asked. Jesus answered, "I saw you while you were sitting under the fig tree before Philip called you." Then Nathanael declared, "Rabbi, you are the Son of God. You are King of Israel." Jesus said, "You believe because I told you I saw you under the fig tree. You will see greater things than that." He then added, "Very truly I tell you, you will see heaven open up and the angels of God ascending and descending on the Son of Man." Nathanael met Jesus that day and he acknowledged him as God. And you know what he did after that? He spent his entire life following Jesus. And then after Jesus' death, he spent his life teaching about Jesus. He was there in the flesh with God himself and saw the miracles, the healings, and he even heard Jesus, God himself, teach from a firsthand experience. And at the end of his life, it is thought that Bartholomew, or Nathanael, was persecuted and was a martyr for his faith and was killed because of his love for Jesus. He's barely mentioned in the Bible, and yet he led a faithful life and followed Jesus to the point of death. Bartholomew, Nathanael, he is just one of many people that the Bible mentions. But Andrew, for your birthday today, I want you to connect Bartholomew with your own life, Nathanael with your own life. And anyone watching, you try to connect Nathanael to your life. Each one of us are extremely important to God, no matter what our story is. And when you read the words of the word disciple in the Bible, when you study and realize that the amazing gifts God has given to his disciples, you start to realize that you have an amazing calling from God if you're a disciple of him. Even though our names might not be listed in the Bible, we can have a giant impact for God's kingdom by teaching and sharing Jesus with others and teaching them about God. For me, names like these, Ralph Porter, Ben Brown, Vic Virgil, Rod Bowman, Rod Adams, Mike Hauntz, Ryan Petchin, Matt Seaver, Reen Tyson, Mickey and Lisa Weston, John and Belinda Ryder, Paul and Becky Santhouse, Patricia Manning, Art and Lisa Blaker, Mike Boyle, Harry Shields, Winfred Neely, Andy Tees, Scott Farrell, and many other names that I could list. Those are all people to me who have a giant impact, not only in my life, but in the lives of many other people. And they've done all of that for the glory of God so that more people would know the gospel. That list of names are people in my life who did that for me and others. So the answer to today's quick question video is you. You are someone who the Bible might not even list your name. You might not even be in here once, and yet the Bible teaches that you can have the biggest impact for God if you are willing and allow Him to use you, and if you care about Him. God bless you, and I hope this video encourages you to live every day of your life for the glory of God. Happy birthday, Andrew.